Ahoy there, pirates! Amir, One Falcon, here from Rare Thief. A rampaging Megalodon is wreaking havoc across the Sea of Thieves, destroying any hunter's call vessel unfortunate enough to cross its path. You must track down and defeat the menace before it creates any more destruction. So, what is the Tracker's Megalodon Hunt Voyage? A Tracker's Megalodon Hunt is a multi-phase hunter's call voyage. During the voyage, you'll use an enchanted spyglass, the Shrouded Glass, to track down and fight a rampaging Megalodon at 3 locations across the Sea of Thieves. Defeating the giant shark at the final location will complete the voyage. The Shrouded Glass is a unique spyglass with 2 lenses, one enchanted and the other made from the eye of a shrouded ghost. The enchanted lens, the near lens, allows you to see nearby trails of the Megalodon. If you use the lens made from the eye of the shrouded ghost, the far lens, you can see breach points, locations where the Megalodon recently breached the water's surface. You can quickly switch between the lenses by holding the spyglass to your eye and pressing the left trigger on the controller or the right mouse button. Using both lenses, you can follow the trail of the rampaging Megalodon. The Megalodon you'll encounter during the voyage can be any one of the various species, including the Hungering One, Crested Queen, Shadow Maw, and Ancient Terror. However, you will not encounter the Shrouded Ghost or Ancient Megalodons during the voyage. Defeating the Megalodon will count towards the respective commendation. To start the voyage, go to your quest table, choose Voyages, and then select the Hunter's Call Trading Company. Under Hunting Voyages, you will see a Tracker's Megalodon Hunt. You must be at least Hunter's Call Reputation level 20 to start the voyage. Once you've voted for and started the voyage, you will receive a Shrouded Glass and a Megalodon hunting note. You can equip the Shrouded Glass and read the note from your quest radial. Before heading out, consider raising your Hunter's Call Emissary flag. You'll increase your emissary grade at several points throughout the voyage. To start the hunt, you must first use the near lens of the Shrouded Glass to find a nearby trail. Equip the Shrouded Glass, bring it to your eye, and scan the horizon. The Shrouded Glass defaults to the near lens. If you accidentally switch to the far lens, switch it back to the near lens and look for the trail. The trail you are looking for will look like 3 thick, pink-hued wind streams that flow in a single direction. Once you've spotted the trail and have your heading, set sail and follow it until you reach a small flock of seagulls flying above a cluster of floating debris and a few pieces of treasure. The seagulls and floating debris mark the location of each encounter with the Megalodon. If you dive, you will emerge from the water on the nearby trail, pointing towards the first encounter. You should see the small flock of seagulls ahead. As soon as you reach the first encounter site, the Megalodon will emerge from the water, ready for battle. The fight against the Megalodon is similar to fighting an emergent Megalodon, so you'll want to damage it with any tools at your disposal. Shoot it with cannonballs, blast it with tridents of dark tides, and pierce it with hunting spears. Just like emergent Megalodons, this Megalodon's difficulty will scale to the size of the crew. After dealing enough damage to the Megalodon, it will flee and continue its path of destruction to another encounter site. You will hear a victory sting, and the encounter music will stop as soon as the Megalodon flees. Your emissary grade will also increase if you are sailing as a Hunter's Call Emissary. Pick up any loot in the floating debris and equip the Shrouded Glass again to continue the hunt. Instead of looking for a nearby trail, you will want to use the far lens to find a breach point. The breach point will look like a giant pink-hued beacon in the sky. Once you spot the beacon, set sail toward it. Don't be too cautious, as the Megalodon will not be waiting for you there. As soon as you reach the breach point, it will disappear and a nearby trail will appear. Switch the lens on the Shrouded Glass to the near lens to find it. As before, follow the trail to the second encounter site, where you will find another small flock of seagulls and a cluster of floating debris marking the spot. When you reach the second encounter site, the Megalodon will emerge again to fight. Deal enough damage to make it flee to the third and final encounter site. Again, you will increase your emissary grade after the Megalodon flees if you are sailing as a Hunter's Call Emissary. Before leaving, Grab any treasure floating in the debris and equip your shrouded glass again to look for another breach point. Make sure you switch to the far lens to find it. Once you've spotted the breach point, sail over to it and switch lenses to discover the last nearby trail. Unlike the previous 2 trails, this trail leads you to a large flock of seagulls circling above more debris, barrels of plenty, and the wreckage of a hunter's call vessel. The shipwreck below has several pieces of hunter's call treasure that you can collect after the fight. Just be mindful of sharks and sirens that might be roaming around as you explore the wreck. Approach the 3rd and final encounter site, and the Megalodon will emerge. It will not flee this time, but instead fight to the death. Defeat the Megalodon to complete the voyage. Upon completion, you will receive a more significant increase to your emissary grade, and the loot from the giant beast will appear. The Megalodon will drop meat, hunter's call treasure, and most importantly, teeth and scales. After you collect the treasure from the Megalodon, don't forget to grab the loot from the shipwreck below. It will only stay around briefly after the voyage is complete. If you have any questions, comments, or intense stories from your fight, be sure to leave a comment below. See you on the sea, pirates!